Expect to see a lot of activity in 2024 on this 200-acre piece of property in southwest Lexington in Davidson County. This is the site where Siemens Mobility plans to build a $220 million advanced manufacturing and rail services facility. More specifically, it'll be a factory that builds passenger rail coaches as well as a service facility that overhauls locomotives and passenger rail coaches. Right now, work's underway here to continue to level the ground, prepare the site for utility relocation, and finalize the project's design. Plans call for the first building to be under construction here by early next year. A Siemens Mobility spokesperson recently told me production should start on the very first passenger coach by the end of 2024. And when the place is fully up and running by 2028, it will have created 500 new jobs. Now, what's interesting is this project wouldn't be happening at all, possibly, were it not for the work of tonight's newsmaker. It's something that hits close to home for Robin Team. It also happens to be what he calls the largest economic development prize in the history of his hometown.
Lexington was a great place to grow up and to raise a family. You know, Lexington, like a lot of small communities in the state of North Carolina and really in the Southeast, got hit with a triple whammy. We lost tobacco, we lost textiles, and we lost furniture.
And today, even with a downtown that's flourishing, you don't have to travel far to see the broken windows of abandoned factories that used to be the furniture manufacturing cornerstone of the city's economy. But this office on Main Street is the Lexington office of a company, Front Street Capital, that's helping inject new life into the city's manufacturing base. More on that in a few seconds. Front Street Capital's main office is here in Winston-Salem. Robin Team founded the company in the late 1980s, then combined some divisions and gave it its current name in 2017.
Front Street Capital is very simply a full-service real estate firm. We go from acquiring land and getting it ready for commercial development to acquiring some commercial development properties around the Southeast. And then we build ground up pretty much entirely in the Triad.
Among Front Street's developments, the new 9-story, 400 Belmead office building next to the ballpark in downtown Greensboro. This 800,000 square foot distribution center for Polo Ralph Lauren south of Kernersville. And in Winston-Salem, Front Street turned the southern portion of the old R.J. Reynolds Bailey power plant, known as Bailey South, into a mixture of stores, restaurants, and offices. Offices that include Front Street's own headquarters, which even has its own outdoor terrace.
This is the Front Street Capital lunch spot.
Lunch, okay, all right, and gathering spot.
Exactly.
But it was a spot probably a little more than 20 miles south of this complex that caught Team's eye a few years back. He saw potential in this 200-plus acre tract of land off Brown Street in his hometown of Lexington, property that sits very close to where he got his very first job.
Drive right down Brown Street to the furniture factory that I worked at as a teenager. So I've known that property forever.
And in 2019, Front Street Capital partnered with the city of Lexington to form a limited liability company that would buy, make shovel-ready, and turn this site into the Lexington Industrial Park. As this animation illustrates, it's close to a major interstate. It has room for at least 5 large industrial buildings. And if you'll notice the train moving just above all those buildings, the site's really close to railroad tracks. Another big plus. Why did you feel you needed to partner with the city of Lexington in this when I guess you could have done it on your own, or could you?
I felt like it was a marriage of two organizations that could support each other.
Okay.
Number one, there has not been a large industrial development announcement in Lexington for decades.
I can't remember. Yeah.
So there was much more risk involved than had we done a 200-acre park here in Winston-Salem or in High Point or in Greensboro. We've developed in all of those markets.
Sure.
And signing the city on as a partner, number one, was the risk mitigation. But number two, your partner is the one that's going to approve all of the entitlements that you need. So they had a vested interest, just like we did, in seeing the project a success.
And that success would reveal itself in March when Siemens Mobility announced it would build a passenger rail car factory as well as a locomotive and passenger coach overhaul facility in the Lexington Industrial Park. It's a $220 million investment the company says will create 500 jobs. For Robin Team, this news fulfilled a dream.
My dad was a solo practice family physician in Lexington and was one of the faces of the city of Lexington. And growing up, I always watched what he could do for his community. This was my chance to do something for my community that I was equipped to do, that there were very few people that live in Lexington that have the organizational structure behind it to be able to develop a piece of property like this. So what's most important to me about this is I helped facilitate the largest economic development announcement ever in the history of Lexington, North Carolina.
Although Front Street Capital's headquarters is in Winston-Salem, Team still lives in Lexington and believes since Siemens Mobility has already announced plans for a Phase 2 and Phase 3 at that site, his hometown can expect even more growth. His partnership between Front Street Capital and the city of Lexington was so unprecedented, it took multiple meetings with the state just to get it approved, and it could be used as a case study by other cities and towns in the future. You see, Team says this partnership gave Lexington the resources to compete with much larger municipalities for this project. And we know Spartanburg County, South Carolina was one of them.